is the second episode of Revenge of the Scorcher Queen, our action-packed seafaring adventure throughout the tropical seas of the world of Thageia. Anthony, just wanted to ask about your webcam. If you're just forgot to turn it on, or if you're having issues of some kind today.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of issues with it, so I'm not gonna be using it for right
Okay,
now.
no problem. Okay, so do one of you want to do? Does one of you want to do a little recap, or should I take care of that? I didn't want to sound passive aggressive with this one.
Um,
Yeah, I could go through my notes and give a little recap, and
Okay,
then someone else can do the honors next week.
okay, I'm fine with that. If any one of you is fine, we'll do this.
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah, that's
uh,
cool.
okay, we're all members of the Guild of the Moons on the Waves, and we have been summoned to the mansion of a nobleman in the city of Tammeth in the Ring Nations archipelago. Um, our mission, it turns out, is to return a stone orb, which is a kind of a royal ceremonial artifact called the Eye of the King, which is known to be part of the treasure of the Scorcher Queen, which turns out to be a 500-year-old dragon, which is protective of her hoard, but has thankfully been in a slumber for a long, long time. So our mission is to bring this orb back to the dragon hoard before she notices and torches the whole island. Um, Lots of people are interested in it. For instance, we intercepted a spy listening in at the window, which turned out to be a former colleague of ours, which is interesting. And a ship was prepared for us to take us where we need to go. Um, and we noticed that we were being followed by first an albatross, and then there was a gecko on a window, and it was kind of weird. But we managed to catch this being when they were shapeshifted in the form of a mouse and was eavesdropping on us. And we ended the first session with us discovering that this mouse was actually a shifted bronze dragon wyrmling.
Yeah, that was the end of our last session. Quite quite a bizarre and fun way to end it. If I do say so myself. Okay, sorry. Let me
I would agree.
one thing. Yeah, exactly. So the situation, as you said, is it's the evening of day one, which I absolutely need to note, by the way. Okay, it's the evening of day one, your first way of travel, and you are on deck of the ship, and the three of you, plus Darrett the druid transformed into a cat, are staring down this bronze dragon wyrmling, which is now currently sort of curled up against the I'm forgetting the name, the walls of the ship, let's say, in a sort of cat-like position himself, with wings open in a sort of threat display, arched back, very wide eyes, and he's going like, "Okay, guys, I think in Draconic, I think we can talk it out. Can we?" And then his tail slightly wagging nervously behind him. He stares particularly at the druid, at the transformed druid right now, and then at every one of you, especially Altana, that managed to almost catch him last time.
Ubo immediately walks forward with his hands at his sides, and it's just absolutely, Ubo would be very eager to work with you.
Okay, the dragon wyrmling nods kind of nervously, looks at you quite interested. Then at your, I don't know if your retainers are nearby, but then I mean, he just looks at the rest of the group, waiting for them to say something. Even though its facial features are not particularly mobile, you can sort of perceive some the awkwardness of the moment in its whole body language. Its wings are still wide open with the palms turned towards you.
Althana, since I don't speak Draconic, is just gonna look at Ubo like, I can't understand him. Do you have whatever he's wanting covered?
Excuse me?
I don't speak
Okay, okay.
Draconic. Can you translate for me? There we go.
Okay, I'm sorry, the dragon hears you, turns a bit towards you, and then goes, no, okay, sorry, I can, in common, I can, uh, I can talk common, we can, if you want, we can talk like this. And then appears to relax a bit, sort of standing a bit higher, slightly retreating its wings, keep staring at the druid every now and then.
Yeah, Darrett will uh, not take an immediately aggressive posture, but will be um, alert, let's say.
Okay. The fun fact is that right now, while transformed back into dragon, the wyrmling is literally triple the size of Cat Dareth, and yet he's still looking very nervous. I mean, it's twice as big and physically superior in every way, and still it looks scared by the cat in particular. Probably because his mind it's still thinking about him being a mouse some several seconds earlier. Okay, so the dragon keeps looking at you, apparently expecting you to start asking questions. Clearly, not really sure of where to begin.
What is your name, friend?
Oh, I'm cold, and here he assumes sort of the like sort of cat-like positions, like when they're standing a bit royally, sits on its back legs, raises up, and he goes, "My name, friends, is Saurian Alraster," which is said. I'm writing it in the chat right now, and also in the streaming chat. Oops, and I am and I am the we could say I am the guardian in training for the beautiful city of Tammeth. And on that he sort of assumes a very pompous attitude and looks at you like it's expecting a bit more of a reaction to this declaration.
So
Seeing this, I'll just nod and go, well, that seems like a prestigious position. What are you doing here then?
Well, it seems you guys are doing something very important with this Eye of the King thing you seem to be carrying around. I mean, it's quite weird that the daughter of the wave has departed from port the way and time it has. So I was interested. Let's say I was curious and couldn't keep myself from checking it out. I mean, it seems you're doing something, and he starts shaking, visibly excited. It seems you're doing something adventurous here. And at this point, he's sort of the tip of his tail is contorting like an excited cat. You see its wings shake. It's almost as he's about to start jumping in place.
So, out of character, do we know whether it is common for cities to have dragon guardians?
Definitely uncommon. Though you can make a history check for something more about dragons' involvement in humanoid politics. But you know it's usually almost non-existent.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay, Darets. Oh, I guess you would know, particularly you. If the someone else wants to do the history check, otherwise I'll just
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
okay. Okay, so we have an 8 for Ubo. No, okay, Ubo is Ubo probably is thinking that if he would have known of dragon guardians of towns, he would have just gone searching straight for those.
Yeah, he's trying to get himself in the back right now.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that the one thing that Darret knows, probably because of strictly geographic proximity, is that there is one nation in the middle, basically in the middle of your continent of origin, the continent where three out of where most of you, all of you actually, the continent where all of you come from is made of three nations, and basically at the point in which the three borders cross, there is a small, basically nameless isolationist nation, which is known as the Kingdom of Guren, mostly. And apparently, that very isolationist, impenetrable nation is ruled by a supposedly immortal dragon. But besides that, direct involvement of dragons in humanoid politics is basically super rare, almost unknown. I mean, there is the Scorcher Queen, but she's also a particular case. The Kingdom of Guren is the only place in which this kind of things, a dragon ruler of humanoid, happens in the let's call it the civilized world. All other cases are way more in frontier environments. You might have some dragon that rules over local limited populations. But the one place that is actually a recognized nation with a dragon ruler is a place in which literally it's like it's sort of like North Korea. Basically, nobody knows what happens inside. Almost no one leaves. Definitely no one enters.
God.
It's kind of a scary place.
Okay. So, yeah, I want to ask the dragon. It says, Sorian, you are a guardian in training. Who is the guardian then?
It's my dad. And yeah, it's a dragon of the Auraster family, as always. As far as I know, a dragon of the Auraster family has been watching over Tammeth for centuries. But in the moment he says that, he stops midway and then looks at the wooden at the deck, and then looks back at you, and then he goes, and I just remembered I shouldn't have said that. Whoops, my bad. You haven't heard anything?
It'll be our little secret.
Thank you. You seem nice. You seem to be nice guys.
Ubo swears on his life he will not betray this secret to you. And he does like a very exaggerated bow.
Sorian bows back, apparently really appreciating your courteous manners. And then he looks at all of you and goes, okay, so since we are sharing information, what are you? I mean, what's this? Can you tell me more about this adventure that you're on?
Yes. We were hired to return an item back to the lair of the Scorcher Queen.
Okay, at this point, his eyes go very wide and he becomes very attentive and goes, "Ooh, oh, that's scary. But that seems so exciting, so cool. Can I come with you guys?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that's great. We're gonna have an amazing adventure. I mean, I will. I can help. I
Yes.
assure you. I am. I'm quite a great fighter. Actually, I seem. Also, I mean, have you seen how I can transform? It's not normal for a dragon my age to be able to do that. And that is, I mean, Ubo knows it particular, but that is correct. It's literally almost unheard of that a metallic dragon is able to transform at this age and size. It should literally be something that adult metallic dragons learn to do. So on that thing is the Saurian is right. He is kind of a prodigy in that particular regard.
We would be honored to have you accompany us on our journey.
Okay, so at this point, the dragon almost is almost purring with excitement at the notice, and that is the moment in which you realize there is a small crowd that is gathering around you, and from out of the crowd, the captain comes out, looks at the scene, looks at Saurian, and then he goes, "Okay." So
I
I
would like
guess
to
we're doing
say,
this
I
now.
would just like to, I would like to say real quick that at this point, Ubo, if his retainers were not around him, he would call them at this point
Okay,
to get
yeah,
over to
they're
him.
definitely they have definitely come on their own at this point. It's not
Yeah.
like sorry. I don't know about you, but it's not like Saurian is exactly whispering.
Yeah, no, Ubo was not either.
Okay,
Definitely not.
okay, that's great.
Definitely the opposite.
And so you see Rize, the guy with the hippogriff, looking at Captain Hawalo and kind of perplexed, and the captain just nodding with a sort of resigned expression on its face. Yeah, yeah, that's great. Apparently, we're doing this now. Okay, so now that the dragon is out of the bag, I have to remind everyone that that this little whippersnapper here is I mean, we kind of need to make sure he doesn't get hurt. And he looks at the dragon with kind of a scolding face and sorry, and he's like, "Oh, come on, I can definitely take care of my own." And the captain is like, "Ugh."
Captain, do not underestimate the power of a dragon, even one so young.
I mean, I am not underestimating the power of a dragon. I am definitely not underestimating the power of his father if something happens to this guy.
You know, I agree with the captain. I'm not sure taking him along is the best idea. I don't want two dragons angry at us.
Oh, come on, but I can help. I mean, I'm definitely sure you won't regret having me. And also, this is the one occasion I have been waiting for all my life. You know how long I have been waiting for something like this? I have been training for something like this for all my life.
So, what could you contribute to our mission?
I mean, it's
Wait.
flying, shooting lightning. I'm kind of strong, kind of fast. And also, well, now that everyone saw me, I kind of can do this. there is another flash of light, and then he transforms into a human clad in white-looking plate armor. Without his helmet, the helmet under his arm. It's kind of this. He now looks like this very athletic guy with red hair in his mid-20 with this shining armor. Basically, the stereotypical paladin. And
Nice.
and also now that you're looking at him, this is very similar to a golden statue that you have seen in the central square of Tammeth, where there is a bronze dragon and this kind of knight in shining armor. That looks very similar to the form Saurian took right now, and you're starting to guess what that statue was about. And so he sort of shows off and
Right.
tells you that he's also quite accomplished fencer. He also can perform a little bit of divine magic, so he's sure you can count on him. He's sure he can help.
Ubo would be more than eager to work with you.
I would be honored to work with you, Sir Rubo, as well. And then, completely betraying the grown man that he looks like at this moment, he goes like, "So can I come? Done? Huh? It's done. Can I come? Is that settled?"
What do you all think? Obviously, Ubo is in favor.
Ubo just has a super toothy grin right now. Goofy looking grin.
Well, it would take us time to travel back. So I don't think that that's much of an option. We are a little crunched, so to speak.
Yeah, at this point, the captain looks at you and sort of goes like, you know that you are investing yourself of being the personal escort of this guy, right?
No,
Who's
Ubo is.
To do so would be the greatest honor of Ubo's entire life.
Oh, and to do it would be the greatest adventure of my entire life. Goes sorry, and at that point the captain looks at him glacially and goes, "Your entire life has been 7 years long." And Soren goes like, "Yeah, it's quite long to wait. It's quite a long time to wait for an adventure."
How do they know the age of this dragon?
How does the captain know?
Yeah.
Did Darret ask it out loud?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
ask him.
Darret is Hawalo is looking kind of tired right now, and then goes, I mean, it's sort of like a state secret of Tammeth that the Araster family exists, but now, now everyone on this ship knows, apparently. And so prior to this, I had been one of, I would say, 12 people to know this. Right now we just doubled the number. More than doubled the number of people that know this. So, yeah, we sort of keep tabs, especially when the Araster heir is young, as this guy here. And he keeps looking at Saurian with a very angry face.
So your advice would be to not bring the dragon with us.
My advice is that, unfortunately, you are right about the time, and also I literally cannot control him. If he decides if he's gonna be, I mean, he can maintain the transformation infinitely. He could just be a dolphin below the ship for all the time, and I could not do a thing about him. If we bring him back with the ship, it's gonna take a lot of time, especially since we should have to restrain him to make sure he doesn't do this again. and I cannot. I mean, I cannot force him to go back in any way. So I really not sure I want him to do, uh, the to do all the distance back alone right now. So my hands are very, very tied, but I am not happy about this at all.
Anger, that's the emotion your face betrays.
That is
Artifact, I'll take a note.
that is quite the apt interpretation. Like right now, how Wallo is particularly betraying his nature of volcano Mahawe dwarf, because his eyes, which are normally very, very dark, were starting to literally turn orange while he was looking at Saurian. And so that besides that was a great visual aid on the emotion interpretation front.
How about we make a deal then?
I hear you. So what's the
You
deal?
can come with us, but if for some reason things start to look particularly dangerous, you go and hide.
The Saurian thinks about it, and that goes. I mean, it's not particularly honorable to do that, but I can try and take. I mean, I will definitely take care of myself. Where are you taking me for? I'm not gonna dive into danger recklessly.
Well, we can't have the heir to your family die on a quest like this. So, at the very least, if you sustain a significant amount of damage, you'll head back to the ship or something.
Okay, I promise I'll take care of myself and don't do anything rash.
Do not waste your time needlessly, Saurian. Allow us to do the heavy lifting. We'll reserve you for when we need you.
Oh, that's an interesting way to put it. I'm not sure if you're trying to take all the fun and glory for yourself, or if you are being a really good squire right now.
Uba has only the best intentions.
Okay, that's the deal. I'll behave. No, that's no need to worry about that.
Well,
Now, if
I'm
you'll
still
excuse
gonna
me,
worry
I'm
about it.
I'm kind of hungry. How long is it for dinner? And then he starts it seems he's forgetting that his form is now human, judging on his body language.
No.
I mean, you can tell he's on the verge of just getting back on all fours and start waggling his butt as if he had a tail.
There may still be some leftovers. Perhaps you can ask the captain or the cook about that.
Okay, he seems definitely happy about that. And unless you have something else to ask the little guy or to tell him or something else important to do, I think we can say everything is arranged for the night and the journey goes on to the next day.
I would just like to
Okay.
ask Tokba if he knows anything about bronze dragons in particular, or about this particular setup with them becoming the guardian and whatnot. Just in his previous travels, does he have any information on that?
Tokpa, are you asking this while still in the presence of Saurian or later in private when Saurian has gone to the kitchen to
No,
eat some?
definitely when he goes, definitely in private when he's away.
Okay. Okay, and do you want Tokpa's response? Are you speaking with Tokpa with the others around? Just to know, so you don't have to relay information.
Yeah, I would definitely have them with my retainers and the party. That wouldn't be. It would just be like by private. I mean like us. The party would know for
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
But yeah.
so Tokpa tells you that from his knowledge, bronze dragons are among the kind of dragon that tends to have the best relationship with civilization. So it doesn't know of many other bronze dragon guardians of places, but it does know that bronze dragon have a particular love for ships sailing. They live in coastal areas, and also they have a particularly strong, in general, they have a particularly strong inclination to developing a sense of justice, and to be quite militant about their ways in general. So whatever is the ideal of a bronze dragon, they sort of aggressively and openly pursue that ideal in sometimes without the utmost consideration for the humanoids they interact with. Like a bronze dragon might very well have been stories in the past of bronze dragon acting like in a slightly tyrannical manner because their sense of justice was literally too absolute for their human subjects or allies.
Gotcha.
But besides that, you can expect that. Judging by in general, the draconic character in Bronze Dragon manifests with some set of strong convictions that they are pretty adamant about.
Right.
In general. So unless you have, I don't know if you have some more specific thing that you want to know, but definitely what you have, except the transformation talent, definitely Saurian, it's not that weird for a dragon of his kind and
Right.
and mindset, let's say.
Okay. Awesome. That's all I really wanted to ask Tope at that time.
Okay, so we can, I think we can transition to day 2 without many issues. Without many other thing, unless you have something else you want to discuss with each other in the night or during dinner.
So what are the logistics of having a dragon travel with us? Does he just sit on deck, or does he keep his human form, or...
I mean, the logistics, unless you try to impose some limitations on it, it's that basically Saurian is gonna treat the ship like a moving nest from the rest of the journey. So it could either be, left on its own, as you have the chance to see after dinner. He sort of flies around the ship in albatross form, sometimes perches on the mast. At one point, he makes a couple of attempts to transform into a sea booby, that kind of bird, and he dive bombs some fish. One of the attempt goes quite well, and then he gets a bit too proud of himself, and he sort of face plants into water on the second trial. So he's basically gonna be he's intelligent enough to not fly around the ship in dragon form brazenly all the time. But it's definitely gonna be if left to its own devices, he's definitely gonna be flying for as long as he's physically capable on. And then he's either gonna swim around the ship as a dolphin, or perch himself somewhere. Sometimes he gets into his paladin form to speak with the crew. But mostly, if he is under deck, he rarely comes under deck. Seems that if he's not forced to, he will not come to close places or quarters. And he's quite open in telling you that the reason of that is that he's confined to his nest on the granite pillar most of the time. So he just wants to breathe fresh air possible. But he sometimes does come inside for a bit just to stretch around in dragon form. Besides that, it's the major impact. Besides having a weird animal that's always going around the ship, the major impact is that when he decides to eat with the crew, he eats a lot. But some other times he will just go hunt instead, and he has about a 50% catch rate when he tries to do that. You can tell it would be higher, but it's probably too excited to be at his best as a hunter.
Well, if his hunting skills are anything to go by, I feel like he's not going to be with us too long in that cave, if he sticks to his word anyways.
Ubo would never suspect him to go against his word.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, you can. You have the impression that he's even too sincere and open, perhaps.
Well, he is a child. He could just simply get excited.
He's
Not
definitely.
intentional lying, of course.
Yeah, he's definitely a child, a very excitable child at that. Also, he seems quite comprised into the concept of honor, into his whole being a paladin and a guardian of justice thing. Seems to be very invested into that. I mean, in general, I don't know how your characters react to. In general, the most obvious thing when being around Saurian is that he is very happy to be alive. And he just expresses it constantly in one way or another. And if you allow him, he could frequently try to somewhat interact or play with you guys. For example, if anyone is interested on the ship, at one point during day 2, if anyone is interested, there is a moment in which he literally starts going around the deck in human form, challenging anyone interested in a sparring match, because he really wants to show you that he's good at fencing.
I'd probably take him up on the offer.
Oh, so that's gonna be.
Oh yes.
Excuse me?
I said hell yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you well the first time. Okay. Okay, so you guys, if you guys decide to have these one-on-one sparring sessions with him, you realize that he's actually competent. I mean, both of you are more experienced than him, but so in general, it's not like he makes you sweat too much or. I mean, you definitely both of you have technical superiority over him, but he's definitely good, and it's sort of you clearly help him get better. So he wasn't lying about the fact that he has been training, and that he can hold a sword properly.
Okay. That definitely helps put Alfana's mind at ease about taking him along. If he's at least a little competent with a sword, she imagines that he's also a little competent as a dragon casting magic. So.
I mean, it seems so. You had a couple of interesting, couple of cool sparring session, and Saurian, I mean, wastes no time in bragging about the fact that he has learned to transform very early, and basically he's since he, I mean, dragons hatch very relatively mature. They are ready to use their breath weapon and do stuff and like
Right.
beat dragon worms in literally hours after hatching. So he has been literally training is basically all he can do. So he has spent the last literal 7 years training as a dragon and a hunter, and the last 2 to 1 of those years he learned to transform. So yeah, he has been basically couldn't do basically most of his transform time he says has been in human form practicing fencing with his father, which was sort of sometimes they had training session that lasted literal hours, and they just went at it. He also tells you that he assumes the same form that his father has when he turns human, but he becomes a bit younger. It's sort of out of respect.
Cool.
But they sort of looked. He tells you that if you were to see his father in his human form, he would look like him, but 10 years older and with more beard. Okay, so since I think we are comfortably on day 2 at this point. If Carnifax wants to make a second attempt at analyzing the Eye of the King, he can have a go at it, and it's once again an Arcana check after casting Identify.
All right. Absolutely.
Okay, I don't know if Saurian was being particularly distracting, but today the eye has you quite stumped. The way
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank
bless you, definitely
Twice.
bless you,
you. Ooh,
bless you, Anthony.
thank you.
Okay, so anything else that you wanna do on or talk about with someone on day 2?
I mean, Ubo's gonna be sticking right to Saurian this entire time and just ask him just so many questions.
Yeah, okay, so you basically get an autobiography of Saurian of the last 7 years, and
Beautiful.
there are some moments in which he stops for 1 minute for 1 whole minute before answering you, because he's deciding which things are national or trade secrets that he cannot reveal, and because he outright tells you, because right you ask some questions and he goes like, wait, I have to think, is there is something I cannot say, and then goes like for 1 whole minute, and then answers the question.
Yeah, Ubo's absorbing as much of this as he possibly can. He is so giddy, he doesn't even know what to do.
Yeah, basically
Uh,
at the end of the day, I mean, it's the knowledge of a child dragon,
oh,
so
for sure.
I mean most of
He's
what
just so
he oh, excuse me.
he's just he's just so stoked that he's like talking to a dragon that he doesn't care if this is like completely frivolous flavor fluff. He doesn't care. He just wants to be around that dragon.
Yeah, I mean
So
the
that's all.
most useful information is when he tells you the details about the transformation, about how does it feel, does its
Right.
senses work, and a lot of that stuff. The rest is either training with his father. At one point, a complete description of basically all of the shops in the port, and most of it is the last 2 years adventures that he had while transformed. Like that one time, apparently some seabird tried to hit on him for the better half of a day. Um, and he sort of had to keep himself from just eating it.
Sure.
And then he tells you a lot of stuff about basically the whole its whole hunting grounds. How does it feel to swim in both dragon and transform form? And basically, you get a documentary about the reef around Tammeth. Because since his father doesn't want him to fly around as a dragon very much, so most of his time in dragon form is actually spent underwater. So that's the most interesting information that you can gather about him.
Awesome. Yeah, that's his time.
Okay. So besides that, anything else you wanna investigate about, or something else you wanna try?
Bless you.
Excuse me?
Got babe.
I'm not sure I heard you right now.
Oh, I just said bless you to whoever sneezed.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Bless you again, Anthony. Okay. Are you? Did you catch too much cold in?
No, that second time it wasn't me, it was somebody else.
Oh, sorry. Who was it? Was it Will? Oh no!
It's
Oh, it's
not
on my
me.
side. Oh, sorry. Bless you.
It was you the whole time.
Oh, come on.
Time.
Okay. No, because I heard there, but I wasn't sure. I think I also heard it from the microphone. Okay. That was fun. Okay. I'm very sorry. Okay. Okay. So at one point during we are now at day 3.
Mhm.
If Carnifax wants to make another attempt in the morning, he can. Another attempt
Absolutely.
with the
He is
eye.
living and breathing for this right now.
Yeah, at this point, basically, it's become a morning routine. The whole of you gathering around the eye to see Carnifax examining him. Even though right now Saurian is absent, he has been flying around.
Hey.
Oh, what's that? Oh, ho, ho, ho,
There
ho.
it is.
There we
Okay.
go.
Cracked it.
That's gonna be. I mean, you basically see Carnifax's eye sort of wide. I don't know. You are discovering a lot of stuff, so you basically sometimes I knew it. Oh, cool. Talking to yourself for the whole of it. And at that point, you are about to reveal the other adventurers, your party mates, what you gleaned from your investigation. But at that point, you start hearing a ruckus from above deck, because apparently you hear the voice of Saurian screaming, "Captain!" getting closer and closer to the ship, and there's a general there's quite the activity over deck right now.
Uo runs over.
I will follow Ubo.
Okay.
Yeah, Darrett will pat Carnifex on the shoulder and say it'll have to wait for a bit and go up deck as well.
We have waited this long. It can wait a few minutes longer. But so help whatever is causing this ruckus, because I have not eaten yet.
Oh well. You two go out on deck, and Saurian is in human form, very excited apparently, and he's talking with the captain quite nervously. Apparently, it's the second time he starts recounting. The cook is near you. She tells you that apparently Saurian just went way farther than usual from the ship while flying. Then it made a U-turn, started flying, rocketing towards the ship, and he basically dive bombed the deck because he just dived as an albatross, became human near landing, and just sort of crash landed into the deck, running towards the captain. And apparently Saurian is telling everyone that very close to where you are sailing right now, there is a ship that is about to be attacked by pirates. And is sort of begging the captain to make a turn and go save the ship in question. And you see that the discussion is about that. And also when he sees you arrive, he sort of turns to you and he's evidently hoping that you can help that you can help convince the captain that this is the right thing to do. Is clearly, I mean, we have to help them. They are gonna he's gone full paladin mode basically. Okay, it's up to you guys. I'm this is the situation now. You can talk it out.
Do we really have time to make a detour?
Hawalo is clearly not happy about the answer, but he says that if Saurian calculated the distance correctly, it's not that far. The Daughter of the Wave is actually very fast, so you can get there, but it would have to be very you would have to be very fast and effective.
Well, I think we can do that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Who believes in Soren's judgment? We should help the ship.
I mean,
We know.
not the captain, but Vizian, the first mate, the navigator tells you that comes a little closer to you and tells you that if the ship had been just 1.5 times the distance that is apparently at, Hawala would have just said no. And right now the captain is kind of he sort of pulls you aside and tells you that the captain is that he knows that the captain is conflicted because normally normally he would kind of rush to their help, but right now he's very nervous about being pressed for time. And also, basically, everyone right now, Hawalo turns to you guys and he tells you that this is really dependent on if you think you are able to handle the situation, and especially if you think you can properly protect Saurian if it comes to the worst, because the four of you are probably the best are surely the best fighters on deck. So he tells you that he has absolute confidence in the speed and maneuverability of the Daughter of the Wave, but the onboard armament is quite lacking. In fact, they have 2 ballistas for each side, and there's that. So if you have to fight, it's either intimidation by the sole fact that you are coming to help and trying to outmaneuver the enemy, or it's gonna have to be a boarding, and in that case you are the main force. So if you think that you can take this kind of fight and protect Saurian, then that you can afford, then he can afford to try. But he also says is categoric about that. If the daughter in particular starts to take any kind of significant damage, he will just sprint away from the fight. and you will take no maneuvers that leave this ship stuck in place.
Right.
Well, I think it could be a good test run then. See how capable Soren is in a fight, and if we can't take some pirates, can we really have any business trying to take on a red dragon potentially?
Did Altana say how much of this the Altana has said out loud?
All of it.
Okay, because at that
Oh,
point
hell yes.
the captain looks at you wide-eyed and and flat out tells you, are you saying that taking on the Scorcher Queen was an option for you?
I mean, it could come down to that. I'm fully prepared that she could wake up. I
Oh,
we're looking at
okay.
a more possible
Because
situation.
honestly, I was more into the thinking that if it comes to that, we could be more pleading than fighting.
We'll just take it as it comes. But what I'm worried about is...
Well, I applaud your courage if your courage applies in such a way that Tammeth is not involved in any ways. Because
That's the
if it
plan.
comes, I will be adamant with you on this one particular spot, this one particular thing. If it comes to a point in which you drawing your swords against the Scorcher Queen could result in consequences for Tammeth, I will off you on the spot.
So Derek stands up straight, steps up to the captain and says, your masters has entrusted this case to us. You will defer to our judgment. Otherwise, the deal is off.
He looks at you for a while, sort of measures your gaze, sizes you up, and then sort of strongly nods and goes, "Okay, I think we can do that, but understand that whatever I'm telling you, Tammeth is the most important thing in the world to me. That's why I do everything I have done in my whole life."
We will trust you to use your best judgment.
Well, then that's settled. Okay, so if we go full speed, it will take 2 minutes before we are in a position to engage. At least if Sorian's measurements are correct, and I trust the eyes of our dragon friend, even though that maybe cannot be said of his judgment in all situations. So, we have he gives the order, and the ship starts to turn and deploy all of its sails, trying to attain maximum speed. So we basically have 2 minutes from now to elaborate a strategy and thinking of how we are going to take on these pirates. There is a high likelihood that when we arrive there, they will have already boarded the merchant ship. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Moreover, apparently, from what Sorian says, we are up against at least 2 ships. One is appears to be slightly bigger than the Daughter of the Waves, or at least slightly bulkier, and the other one is apparently way smaller, and it's possibly faster than us just because of that. We have 2 ballistas on each side, and basically that is our ranged capacity. And also we have Rize and Rak as our aerial reconnaissance, but I advise you that they'll be playing it safe. Okay, so on this note, it's 16 p.m., so I think we're taking a 10 minutes break. or we may take it in half an hour if you prefer.
Yeah, I would prefer half an hour.
Okay, 16:30
Yeah,
is
that's
Sounds good.
sort of right in the middle, so it's the
Right.
okay. So we have basically 2 in-game and let's say 2 or 3 actual minutes to elaborate some strategy while the ship goes full speed ahead towards the fight. And as a last bit of information, I remind you that on deck on this ship um, there is a small 45 feet long trimaran issued by the moons on the wave that you guys are able I mean at least Altana, that you guys are able to properly sail. It's very lightweight, potentially frail, but it's also very fast. I don't know if any one of you has ever sailed on a small catamaran. I took sailing classes for a very. I'm not. I mean, I am. I have forgotten all of it, but I took some sailing lessons for a couple months at one point,
Cool.
and I was amazed by how fast can catamarans be. It's just like it's just like they're flying. They're insanely fast on water.
Do we know the positions of the ships?
Depends. You mean relative positions?
Yeah, so like merchant ship is center. You know, the fast, smaller ship that might be faster than our ship is like northeast. Just like general
Okay,
positions.
so right now you were going southwest from Tammeth, generally almost in a straight line.
Uh,
So you would have to basically make a straight turn north
uh,
to intercept the battle, and you become pretty early on. You will be able to spot a big galleon,
uh,
the merchant ship apparently,
okay.
that was sort of going towards the east, and coming from the west instead, there is at least one smaller ship that apparently is probably hiding the smallest other ship the pirates have, and
Right.
using some using the spying glass of the captain, you can discern that the biggest pirate ship has sort of a dragon head on its bow, something shaped like a dragon head, and they're pretty much going
Right.
for a straight line against the Emerian ship. Yeah, apparently, once you are halfway there, you'll be able to realize that the ship being attacked is apparently a ship of the Emerian Enclave. Which is something Captain Hawalo is not super happy about, that they're going
Ooh.
to save an American ship, but he's gonna do that anyway.
So when we get close enough, I can cast Tidal Wave and have the wave splash over the decks of the attacker ships and try to knock people over, or
Oh,
maybe even
that's what's
offboard.
the range of that? Let me check. It's
The range is 120 feet.
Oh,
it's
hell
not
yes.
the range on the
Hell yeah.
okay. So you are in. I mean, you would be in ballista range. Definitely before that.
True, true.
But so okay, it's time to change map. It's definitely
Yes.
time to change map. Whoopa. Okay, so I'm going to deploy the ships in 1 second. So at this point, we on what layer are we? Okay. Do you see? Yeah, I think you're seeing all of them right now. All of the involved ships should be on the
Yes, we
right
do.
layer.
Yep.
Okay, so
Looks like
this
it.
one that is rotating right now is the Emerian galleon. That is quickly being approached by the dragon bow ship. Yeah, that one. Which I need to move all of them. Some of the besides this one, the other ships are actually separate assets put together, so I need to group them before
Right.
I move them. And the Emerian ship is trying to turn in a way that gives a bit of less target to the pirates. Not particularly successful as that. And as for you guys, you are the ship in the bottom of the screen. I'm trying to put your icon. Okay, yeah, this one. I'm gonna try something. Are you in the correct? Are you in the correct? Okay, yeah. I ended up moving the sail. Okay, so. Okay, I have to move your ship sadly because I cannot give control of the whole group to you guys apparently, unless I do it piece by piece, which would be really annoying. Okay, so right now you're basically coming in this way,
Uh-huh.
trying to put yourself sort of between the two ships, but you don't want to be outright stuck between them. So the captain's idea is to turn left at this point and flank the enemy ship, so you can start using both the ballistas and tidal waves. And since we are too far for actual boarding, and now we are into range combat, we are going rolling.
Mhm.
We are gonna roll initiative for this part as ships, and any one of you can take the, or we can use the. Okay, so I'm gonna roll initiative for the other ships.
Uh-huh.
And then about you, I'm not sure. I could leave it up to you to make a collective roll, and or perhaps if you are helping the, you know what? If you are sort of helping with the maneuver, strategics, and everything else about that, I think Altana can cooperate with the captain and make a dexterity roll with her proficiency in water vehicle that is going to act as the initiative of your ship for this battle. And given both Altana and the captain are quite experienced, you are making this roll with advantage. Also,
Alrighty.
tell me if and when you want to deploy your small ship.
Okay. Um. hmm. Should we hold back on the small ship unless, like, in case we need to chase or something, or what do you guys think?
Would be easier to take out smaller, less fortified ship, Ubo would think.
Yeah, but our goal is to save the merchants from the pirates. So if we get the bigger ship and the small ship sails off because it's faster, that's fine.
All right, that works for me.
That's probably a good call, a very good call. I'm going to move the ships a little bit. Okay. Okay, that is
So
a
then,
more accurate interpretation of the situation, I'd say.
so then I say we save our smaller boat in case we need to do some
Oops.
sort of evacuation plan for the merchant ship.
Okay.
Ubo agrees.
Also, there was another thing I. No, okay, we're good like this. Unless there is something else you want to ask me. Oh, yeah. If someone, if some of you wants, if you are not going on your small ship while you are on the daughter, for those of you who have unsatisfying ranged options, one thing you can do is that the ballistas on the daughter of the wave are made in such a way that if two people are manning them, they can be used in the same action. Because if two people are manning them and coordinate, they can be loaded, turned, and fire in the same turn.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it's a bit more lengthy. So those of you who are not going to be immediately engaged until it comes to boarding, and do not have other types of support, can go help with the ballistas.
Yeah,
Alright.
Ubo is on Team Ballista right now. He's helping the ballistas.
Okay, and as
Um,
the last thing before the initiative rolls and the fight actually begins, do you have anything to tell Saurian before the fight starts? Because it's clearly very impatient right now. He's putting the helmet on and he's sort of jumping around.
I'm just gonna look at it and go, remember, we made a deal. You're gonna take care of yourself.
Okay, that's deal. I'll definitely will. And he sort of, on its own, he offers to man one ballista together with Ubo.
Ubo squeezed very audibly.
So you're gonna shoot ballista darts with a dragon. Best day of your life. Okay.
It's all been leading up to this.
And you said you wanted a roll for me that was
Yeah,
my
your
dex
a
modifier and my
dexterity roll, basically a water vehicle roll. So
okay, and that would
proficiency
just
and
be
scales on dexterity, and it's with advantage
oh,
since you and the captain are basically maneuvering the.
Nice.
alrighty. Um, do you mind if I just click the stealth roll on my sheet since it's the
Yeah,
same?
the same things apply,
It's
so
plus
it's perfect.
6,
Yeah, definitely.
and I think it'll do it automatically with advantage. So
Okay. Yeah, because you have the boots.
yeah, there we go.
Okay, good. Okay, so you have the initiative advantage, definitely. Apparently
Nice.
you do. Okay. Oh, the nice thing is that apparently the initiative advantage is uh, the initiative came out in the order that I actually rolled for it, so I have the initiative tracker automatically written in the correct order. That's nice. Okay, so it's up to you first, and we have okay movement for one turn. Yeah, I think you can move about. Okay, that's a bit much, perhaps. I'd say you can move about seven. I'd say 7 squares per turn. So that is the vector you're going to move.
Okay.
I mean, if that was that was a question, not a sentence.
All right, sounds good to me.
Oh, Altana, right now, honestly, I'm until you actively engage in the command, I'm assuming you are helping the captain, and so I'm referring to you for the direction you're gonna take.
Okay, so oh no.
I mean, you don't need to move to move the ship. You can just use the ruler and tell me generally. Okay, I think we should go in that direction and probably do X.
Okay. Well, I think we should definitely start heading towards the pirate ships.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more at like this angle if we can start to turn a little bit so we can get a better line of sight with the ballistas perhaps.
Okay. Yeah. I remind you that it can the ship can basically only shoot from the sides, and that avoid getting stuck is kinda paramount.
Correct. Okay.
So if you wanna very fastly go in the middle as your medium-term plan, it's okay. Otherwise, it would be better to probably. Okay, definitely you're sort of getting around here, and at this point, what is your okay? You want to get a bit closer to the enemy ship, right?
yes.
Okay. So I think at this point okay, it's a good move to make. At this point, seeing that there is a new party on the scene, and that is probably going to attack them right away, or at least trying to intercept them. The pirate ship takes a slight turn towards you, and apparently goes almost straight towards
Oh no.
the front of your ship, as if it was going to ram into it, but instead of ramming it, you kind of hear a very strong creaking sound. And Ubo, and I want to ask you, where do you think you are relatively on the ship?
You said we had 2 ballistas, one on each side of the ship.
Yeah, there's 2 on each side.
There's 2 on each side.
Yeah.
Ubo would have been as close to the pirates as possible. So if we were going in this direction,
Okay.
from starting here, he'd probably be right here.
Okay. Good. Okay, that's good.
Assuming that's the immediate firing position, based on their maneuvers towards the pirates.
Okay. Speaking of firing positions. Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay. Also, at this point, you're definitely in range for the tidal wave. You have been in range of the tidal wave for a while.
Yes.
I mean, basically, the pirate entered the range of the tidal wave willingly. Okay,
Exactly.
so let's see what happens. Ooh, a dexterity saving throw for everyone that's hit by the tidal wave, which means everyone in front of the pirate ship.
Yep. So I'll cast tidal wave, and it will, wash over the large pirate ship.
Okay, so it's gonna literally trample the front of the pirate ship, which are gonna be very surprised that a guy just stood up on the bow of the enemy ship and went like, boom.
Oh no, you don't.
and sort of this wave raised in front of the daughter of the waves, fittingly enough, and shot at them. And what's the DC for this one?
A dexterity saving. Let's see.
I mean, the DC for your
14.
spell.
Yeah,
14?
14.
Okay.
Dex 14.
Okay, so I'm dividing the pirates in 2 groups. Okay, one group made it. I mean, they made it, it's a big word. Okay, so the wave washes over the deck of the
Good
enemy
God.
ship. There is a huge roar from the water. You see a lot of people sort of tumbling all around the place. One falls into the water, and there is a huge noise around the front of the enemy ship. The dragon head on the front of the ship sort of starts going and then stops. And at that point, the pirate ship sort of
Do I need to roll for the damage?
yeah, do roll for the damage.
48. Dude, nice.
Wow, okay.
That is dead average.
You definitely washed a lot of people up. You also say one of the trees, one of the masts starts going, and okay. Speaking of the ship, oops, wrong cursor. Speaking of the ship, apparently it starts to slightly turn and change tactics after being hit by the wave. And while it's about to start passing you, there is one ballista here.
Uh-huh.
There is one ballista here, but apparently the 2 pirates that were manning that are now flopping about on deck.
Nice.
One of them presumably unconscious, so that ballista is not going to fire. However, you see a movement on the crow's nest up the main mast of the pirate ship, and then every one of you hears a very loud bang. And what's your armor class, Darret?
15.
Okay, because you have been shot.
Oh no.
Ouch.
There was a little bang from the top of the mast, a puff of smoke, and then you get and then you hear a slight buzzing, and you take 8 piercing damage, and make a strength saving throw.
Whoa.
Okay, so I need to. Okay, it's not with advantage, so I need to count the first one, right? Okay, so you are prone with a bit of holes in the side of your armor. It's probably the first time you are actually shot at by. Well, you literally don't know why, because you have never been hit by this kind of weapon before.
Do any of us register like what that weapon is? Would we at all know like that's a gun?
Altana, you and only you can make an history check.
Okie dokie.
Nat 20.
Oh, it's not bad. It's
Oh.
Oh,
pretty
almost.
close.
Okay, that kind of what happened kind of worries and angers you at the same time. You cannot judge exactly what since you probably are a bit far back in the ship right now, but that was probably I mean, that was most likely a flintlock rifle of some kind, which it's almost exclusively something that is used by elite soldiers in Haukaja at this point.
Okay.
So it's if it is on a pirate ship, 90% it has been stolen from Kaji Royal Guard or some other kind of elite guards. It's
Right.
most likely I mean a weapon stolen from the most elite fighters of your particular country.
Ooh.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
And also, the captain looks at you and kind of goes, "Wait, what was that?"
And just gonna tell him, don't worry about it right this second, but it could be a problem.
Okay, you also know that that is probably not going to be shooting again for the next a while,
Wow. Yeah.
unless he has another. But
Yeah. Ready to go. Okay.
I mean, you also know that
And
every
I'll
single
relay that to her.
rifle takes kind of a lot to load.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll relay that to the captain. I'll tell him it's gonna take him a little bit to reload that, assuming they only have the one, so it's not an immediate problem. Except for Derek down there.
Yeah, I guess. So the ship starts to try and passing you, but the deck is very much in disarray thanks to Daret's attack from before. So Udo and Sorian can start making their ballista work.
What would I have to roll for that?
Yup. Yup, I let you roll the attack for the ballista.
Right, but what's the modifiers for that, or like what?
I'm gonna give it to you in just a second because I either need the actual Dungeon Master's Guide or yeah, it's faster this way, honestly.
Sure.
I'm actually faster in using the actual book than looking it up and changing tabs continuously. Especially it's because given something I had to write, I now know by heart where that page is. Okay, so the modifier is +6 and 3d10 damage on a hit. So you
All
can
right. So
you can tell me what you are aiming at if you're aiming at one of the there is about there is a good number of people on the pirate ship, so you have about 10 possible humanoid targets, plus
okay.
obviously one of the other ballistas. There
Yeah.
also
If
seems to
I
be excuse me, one last thing. There also seems to be one cannon on the right side of the pirate ship.
okay, so if there's a cannon that's facing us, I'd like to target that.
Okay.
Um, I can go ahead. I can make that roll +6. 24. Does that hit?
Yeah, that's it. It was actually quite a tricky shot, but you and Sorian managed to make it.
Awesome. And that was 3d8. You said
It's 3d10, 3d10.
3d 3d10.
So basically, what I'm
No
picturing,
modifier.
no modifier. So basically, what I'm
Got it.
picturing happening right now is Sorian in human form being the one that pushes the cannon and aims it by strength, and sort of Ubo perching on the cannon that does the igniting and the aiming, a scene like that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Uh,
absolutely riding on top of the cannon and then lighting it like a madman.
yeah, which means that when
Um,
the cannon fires, he basically falls back. No, you have the ballista. Okay, so yeah, that. So you're
that'd
basically
be 11
managing
damage.
the ballista mechanism from over it, and Sorian is turning it. And so, okay, 24, 11 damage. Okay, so you, the ballista bolt plunges into the turning mechanism of the cannon. Does not seem to do much damage, but it probably made turning the cannon towards you definitely harder.
Okay, I'll take it.
After this, okay, a couple of pirates try to man the nearest ballista on their side and fire at your general area.
Okay.
It seems they're aiming for mostly the ballista, but that general area. And they go, okay, the bolt passes uncomfortably close to the both of you and strikes the main mast of the Daughter of the Waves, and you kind of see Saurian crouching, going at...
God.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I felt the air of that one.
It was getting close. We have to be concise.
Yeah, we definitely have. And after that, you are able to see, the ones of you that are on deck, you are able to see the lighter ship sort of sprint like crazy towards the Amerian galleon.
Ay.
And it sort of sprints besides him, passes the galleon, and then is hidden by it. And at this point, the galleon instead, it starts to slightly turn and trying to get away, but you sort of start to hear shouting from the rear of the ship. Because apparently somehow a boarding began there was some sort of instant boarding from the small ship against the on the big Emerian galleon. And that is the end of the first round. And unless you are very pumped to go on right now, I think we can make a 5 to 10 minute pause. Take a break, go to the bathroom, drink some water, and then we'll come back for the fight.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Definitely
Sounds
an amazing
good.
beginning.
See you soon.
Okay.
BRB.
Okay,
Yep,
so
be right
BRB time. I'm changing the screen. Okay, so everyone, we are on a 10-minute break, and we are gonna be back to you guys with Revenge of the Scorcher Queen. We are in the midst of a naval battle, and in the midst of some literally explosive swashbuckling action. And so I'll see you guys in a bit, while the rest of the cast and in a bit me too are going to take a break. So, anyone that is listening, by the way, please say hello in the chat if you haven't done so already. It's very nice to have you. Obviously, in this kind of stream, I cannot answer to the chat that often, but it's nice. You can be engaged anyway. I'm keeping an eye on the chat, and I will definitely be able to answer or engage with you during this kind of intervals. Okay. So I'm gonna take a break in a bit myself, but first I need to manage something. Okay, not this one, because... Okay. I'm choosing some music for the fight. Because I have Roll20 as an integrated library of tracks by Kevin MacLeod. Okay, this one is cool, but definitely too loud. Definitely too loud. Okay, way better. So I'm going to. I should have done this sooner, but I'm remedying. I'm gonna have some music in this battle. Okay. Do we have something that is particularly ocean? Okay, let's hear this once. Okay, those are literally ambient effects. I need some battle music right now. If any one of you in the public knows some not copyright problematic music, we can put in. That's an I'm testing bit of. Okay, this is a bit too calm. Okay. How come I cannot hear this? Oh, I like this one. I like this one. This one might be useful later. Okay, I'm taking a small break myself, turning off the microphone, and I'll be with you guys in just a sec.
I'm back.
I am also back. Apologies for earlier.
Hello, guys.
Someone sounds like they're eating.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No worries. I'm also very hungry, so.
I really needed this biscuit right now. Though I have to ask if I probably ask sometimes in my life if and which is the technical difference between biscuit and cookie. I'm not even sure if there is one.
I mean, there's a difference for Americans,
I was just gonna say, as an American,
but I don't think so much so over your guys' neck of the woods.
I mean, the Italian translation is literally the same. So I don't know. We maybe call we maybe use biscotto for both biscuits and cookies, but I'm not sure. What do you think is the what do you think the difference is?
Huh.
I mean, what is the difference in America?
Uh, there are different food types in America. Cookies are like a baked sweet, and a biscuit's like a fluffy bread.
Okay. I sort of got that. Okay. No, that definitely that distinction does not exist, at least not clearly in Italian.
Hmm.
Um. Oh, okay. I honestly did just now saw the message that Will wrote in the general channel earlier. I'm sorry about that, but I literally cannot change screen in Discord right now to not stream our Discord to everyone else.
oh, no issue at all. I had an issue and I needed to take a second. So
Okay.
my apologies for just jumping off like that. But I did not want to interrupt
No,
while
no
you were
worries.
in the
That
middle of
was
talking.
definitely not a problem. Just that sadly I cannot see if you write stuff directed to me in Discord right now. If you have to
Cool.
say something to me specifically or that I need to see as well, you can use um, the roll 20 chat, either discrete message or not, but it's not in the frame anyway.
All right, sounds good. I'll do that next time if
Okay.
it is a
Okay.
problem, but
Well,
it
I
shouldn't
hope
be.
there isn't.
Right.
Okay. So
I
if
forgot to get
everyone's
myself
ready,
some water. I'm just gonna grab that real
we can.
fast.
Okay, if everyone's okay, we can go back. I need to remind myself to cut out the most useless part of the break when I upload it to YouTube afterwards. Okay, so we are at the second round of naval battle, and it's once again the Daughter of the Wave crew turn. And right now you can act in whatever order you prefer. Also, I forgot that did Carnifax not act in the last turn because you didn't want to do anything in particular, or was I did I just skip over you?
Well, I wasn't really clear of when I returned, so I just kind of reeled it back when I'm not here, so to speak. So
Right.
it is perfectly okay. But I am here now, and Carnifax has a plan to help out. So
Okay, that's great. I'm sorry for you missing out on the first turn.
it is not your fault. My stomach is very mean to me.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that a lot. Okay, so please, maybe too many eggs. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, please. Okay, so we're gonna start this one with Carnifax, and we're gonna assume that whatever he's going to do now, he was getting ready during the last maneuvers.
Hell yes.
Okay. Now that we're definitely close enough, Carnifex's plan is to cast Shatter at 3rd level at the base of the ship. So as they move forward, they're going to take on water.
That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so basically it's an almost an I mean it's an auto fail on the saving throw, because it's not like the ship is trying to resist in any active way, and the toughness of the material is probably gonna I mean you are going up against the ship's damage threshold anyway, so yeah, just roll the damage of the shatter. So you were aiming basically at the base of the ship, where is you're trying to shatter the part that is in contact with the water.
At the bow, I think that
okay.
is.
Okay,
Yes.
so just to be precise,
I have no idea.
Are you aiming at the dragon head bow, or a bit further behind on the ship?
A bit further behind on the ship.
Okay, good. Okay, just roll the damage for shatter. 3rd level. That is great. That is basically a sound grenade.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so it's 21.
You love a good shatter.
It's 21 thunder damages. There's literally an almost deafening boom in the water. There's splinters, wood cracking. You see a couple of fish flying in in the air. Definitely a significant hit, and that would count as a large, I'd say, resilience section. Okay, that was quite. You didn't tore open a hole in the ship, but you clearly you see the wooden walls of the ship cave in and become visibly heavily cracked. So water is definitely starting to get in. That was definitely a significant chunk of damage.
Carnifex will let out his awkward little laughter.
Right now, it seems to be appropriate enough. And so
wow, that is a good shatter.
So you basically some of the crew of the Lord of the Waves looks at you and go, "Woohoo! More of that, please." And okay, then it's to you guys. First of all, Altana, if you want to anything else on navigation, or if you want to go do something else, or I mean, first of all, you.
Do we want to deploy our small boat now, or just continue to give them long range support?
Can we do both? Are they both actions to do one or the other?
Individually, yes. I mean, if Altana says that you are going to, you probably are quite spread out, so you cannot. So you would have to shout to each other. So if Altana decides that you are going to deploy yours, there would be Hawalo is going to give her someone to help, and there would be an action to basically your boat would be in the water at the start of next turn. And,
I mean, I'm wondering if it's possible, or if this is getting cheeky, if we could do both. If like Ubo and Sardian fired on the weak part of the ship that just got shattered, because obviously a lot of damage got done there, and if that takes out a lot of water, they're kind of screwed. And then at the same time, the rest of the team, or a certain number of us, go on the small boat so we could go help this merchant ship, which apparently already has pirates on it.
You can, but
you both at the same time?
The decision has to be taken on this round. If you want to get on the small boat with Altana, getting on it is your turn this round. So basically, Carnifax is already not doing it. for this for the. Oh, I mean, ye perhaps could, given the whole timing with the other turn. But for example, any one of you that that takes a different action is not getting on the boat this turn and would have to
Right.
use its turn efficiently to basically jump on it in the next turn. And also,
we
the
go after
daughter
what's
is not going to get in between the Emerian ship and the pirate ship. So depending on what you're doing, if you guys, if most of you go on the small boat, the captain is going to basically start sort of retreating and moving around the other ship, which the idea of using ranged attacks, giving them less target possible, it's sort of distracting them, trying to go around them. And if you instead, if most of you stay on the Daughter of the Waves, he's getting closer and on the side, so basically you can attempt a boarding and they can do cover fire.
Right.
Though on that option, you can already tell that the deck is kind of full of people. Some have been knocked over by Daret's waves, some are clearly already out of commission, but
Right.
a lot of people are getting back on their feet right now.
I would like to remind you that I can cast water walking to up to 10 willing participants as well, and it lasts an hour. So we don't need a small boat to get to the other ship.
Oh, I'm lagging where this is going.
That's rad.
What's the range of water walking? Can you cast, since you're on
Is
the
that within
very...
sight? If that's within sight, we're super good.
Okay,
Range
range
is
is
30
30
feet.
feet, so
30 feet.
I mean 30 feet is
30 feet is the length of the boat.
yeah.
Of
You
our
basically
ship.
no
Hell
actually
yeah.
the length of the boat is in meters. So if you get in the center of I mean you can definitely, if you guys if you shout out, you can get to a point in which basically all of the party is in range.
Beautiful.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Everybody consider yourself capable of water walking.
So basically, you run towards the center of the ship while reciting the verbal component, and then go, all of you now have fate.
You and you and you. That includes the captain, and it includes Saurian as well.
Oh, okay.
Hurry, Saurian. You do not
the-
want to miss this opportunity.
Okay, so basically, I take it that it has been you sort of decided together to go help the Emerian
Watch.
galleon. So that there was some shouted coordination between Daret and Altana. And so basically, Daret runs towards the middle of the ship, casts the water walking, and then gets ready to get into the water. Ubo and Saurian leave the ballista, and they too start. Unless
Hold
you
on,
want
hold on.
to
I'm
use
not-
it on
I'm
this
staying-
turn.
I'm staying on the Daughter of the Waves for now.
Okay. Okay, so which one of you are going to get in on the water in this turn or the next one?
I feel like if I have water walking, I would rather man the ballista and try and sink this ship. And then if that fails, I'll just leave regardless. If I miss the boat, that's fine because I can water walk.
Okay, then Saurian is staying with you as long as you are on the ballista.
That means so much to Ubo. He aims the ballista and tries to fire at that weak spot.
Yeah, go do that.
Oh, 11 hit?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
You just either missed or the angle wasn't exactly optimal.
Right.
And something happened. You just stuck a bolt into the side of the enemy ship, just outside of the caved-in section.
Could I take an action surge and fire again? Because can't we reload in the same turn?
No, basically, no. I think you can. I mean, the two of you coordinated. One can load and aim, the other fire. At this point, you could probably use the action surge to reload. Definitely. But which will grant you the ability on the next turn to one of you can fire and the other can have a regular turn. If I made sense.
Okay, so I would essentially reload, and then on my next turn, it's a ready to action essentially to fire.
Yeah, exactly. Just it just needs one of you to aim and fire.
Right, and then like if Ubo takes the shot, Saurian can move around and do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, Saurian looks at you quite impressed. Wow, that was a fast reload. You basically, I don't know what you did exactly, but you basically were reloading the moment the bolt left the ballista.
Yeah, it's important if we sink this ship, because if we sink this thing, we don't have to worry about it at all.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah, Ubo uses an action surge and reloads it, gets ready for his next turn.
Okay, so in the next turn, basically Saurian would be able to fire and then...
and Ubo could move around.
And Ubo could start moving around. Okay, so if anyone, unless someone needs to do something else, we are going to the pirate main ship.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Okay.
oops, I'm moving the wrong parts. Okay. Which at this point is starting to get back from the disarray of the previous attack, even though everyone moving on deck has water up to their ankles. But the cannon is stuck due to the previous attack from Ubo and Saurian. And somewhere around the rear of the boat, someone at the wheel is starting to shout something, and so the ship starts turning towards you, slightly moving back.
Oh shit!
And first of all, if Dareth is still on the ballista near the front, the two guys on there have a bone to pick with the wave summoning druid, in particular, because I think that Carnifax is probably already going into the water. If you're going with the water walking. Half of the party, so Dareth is the dangerous one that is clearly staying on deck. And your armor class is 15. Okay, so they barely missed you.
Okay, nice.
You literally saw a ballista bolt go under your arm and
I'll
plant
do
itself
one of those
in the
matrix dodges, you know.
Yeah, so I'm like, whoa, holy shit. And it goes thwack, and you sort of feel some of the splinters hit you in the back, but nothing, nothing major. You just feel the impact.
Nothing sticks.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, the dragon mouth starts cracking again. It fully opens, and Ubo, Saurian, and Dareth make a dexterity saving throw as a huge ass flamethrower inside of the dragon mouth bursts a cone of something like basically seems napalm on the ship.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Oh ho ho!
Dirty 20.
Oh god, sorry, and did not go well.
Oof.
Okay, so at this moment, okay, you two made the save, so it's okay. So you two made the save, so you take 7 fire damage
Okay.
each. And as of now, the two of you that made the save are not on fire, but Saurian is on fire, the ballista is on fire, and
Oh, jeez.
a good portion of the first right quarter of the ship is on fire as well.
Right.
That was literally a sort of Greek fire flamethrower, so something like basically napalm. It's liquid. It sticks to the ship. It's on fire, and there is a patch, a burning patch in the water between the ships right now.
Okay.
So the pirate ship starts to turn to reel back again a little bit. And you have lost sight of the small pirate ship
Right.
again, and
Yeah,
there is movement. There is movement. There is clear fighting going on the big Emerian ship that tries to get. That's where it rotates. That's trying very slowly to turn and get closer to you and basically escape.
Right.
Okay, so we are back to you guys, and we are gonna take care of the people on fire first, and then the water walkers second, if that's okay with you.
Yep.
Yeah. No
Okay.
arguments.
Okay, so Saurian, basically,
Oof.
it's not in his rightest of minds right now, and so before you can do much, you literally see him jump off ship into the burning water, and then
Sorry, no.
you sort of perceive a flash of light under the flames, and then Saurian is out of your viewing field for the moment.
Best to recuperate, friend. Hide for now. Ubo will take care of rest.
Okay, speaking of Ubo, you have noticed the situation. The ballista
Yeah.
is completely unusable, and that
Oh,
part
my
of
ballista.
the ship is firmly on fire right now.
Oh, geez. The ballista is totally out. All right.
Yeah,
And
the
the
ballista was kind of it the most. Right now, it's basically drenched in burning napalm.
oh, Jesus. And the other ballista next to it, that's also in napalm.
The other ballista is way back here, so not really in a position to be fired decently right now. And anyway, the two people that were manning that are now rushing, trying to
Can,
do something about the fire. They're
can I ask
apparently
something?
taking sacks of sand or something like that.
So I just have a question about one of my maneuvers. Because I have maneuvering attack, and the way it's written is when you hit with a weapon attack, you can expend one superiority die to add the total to the damage roll. A creature that you can see or hear use its reaction to move up to half its speed
Yeah.
without provoking opportunity attacks. Would I be able to use that if I was firing a ballista, so that I could move like the ship,
Honestly, not
or that's stretching it?
not the whole ship. I'm saying, given how that works, you'd that works. Probably you are using, you're attacking in a way and probably giving some verbal or non-verbal coordination to an ally. You are coordinating a movement with another ally. So you can definitely help another humanoid or creature move, but the control of the ship movement at large is literally out of your hands right now.
Right. Okay. So I can't do that. Attacking might not even be worth it,
Also,
honestly.
also, I mean,
Um.
you can to do that you would need to
uh,
properly communicate with the captain across the whole ship, and right now it's not really feasible.
right. Okay. Uh. I. I mean, the dragon ship is bad, but we're in a bad position to be hit by it, and we need to knock out whatever's on the merchant ship too. Um. I guess he was gonna head towards the small boat in the back so that he can take that over to the merchant ship.
Okay. So the moment the captain sees you doing that, running towards the. Oh, so wait, are you going in the water and water walking towards? I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I understood what you're trying to do right now.
I might be wrong. Didn't we have like a small ship option in the
Yeah,
back here?
though right now you guys can water walk, so I was trying to ask if you still want to take your small ship or if you wanted to.
Only it would be faster by the little ship.
Probably you would need someone to unless you have you would need Altana or some sailor borrowed by the daughter of the wave.
All right, I'm just gonna use my action to dash, so I can head towards the merchant ship.
Okay. So you basically start going that you dive out of the ship, start water walking, and you see the captain turning around to look at you. He's just furious, and he goes, "Get him! Just protect the Marian ship, and we'll take care of those bastards." And at this point, okay, Darat, what about you?
So are the flames uh, torch-sized or smaller?
Oh, it's more like a patch of flame that is. I would need to make a shape, probably. It's more like a patch of flame that I will try to create right now. Let's see it like.
Does it fit into a 5-foot cube?
Definitely some small parts of it do, but the main body of the thing, what like sort of
Okay.
okay, let's
So
say this area is oh, I'm sorry, I didn't color it properly. Okay, so basically yeah, this area is currently burning,
Oh, jeez.
and it's made on the ship. There are probably separate patches, so you can 5 foot cubes, you said.
yes, because I have a cantrip called Control Flames.
Okay.
You
Hey.
choose non-magical flame. I'm assuming it's not magical.
No, definitely not.
Okay. That you can see within range, and the range is 60 feet. That fits within a 5-foot cube. You affect it in one of the following ways, and one of the ways is you instantaneously extinguish the flames within the cube.
Okay, you
So, so,
uh
so I'll be casting this spell on a certain batch.
okay. So basically you can with repeated castings of this, if you keep on doing that, you can extinguish all of the minor spots, and the crew of the daughter can focus on using sand and other stuff to put out the main fire. So you're definitely you're focusing on eliminating secondary distraction and minor flame. That's a great great use of your time.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
I'll do
so Carnifax and Altana.
I want to start heading towards the merchant ship.
Okay. I'm assuming you both are able to start from about here, so it's about three. It's literally three full movements.
I have a 45-foot speed.
Yeah,
so
I mean
that's like,
three full default movements.
Step in the wind or some stuff.
yeah. So I can I can dash as my main action, and
You
then
you
step
know
of the
what?
wind as my bonus.
I'm
Oh,
using since this is literally
There.
I changed the scale to feet so you can calculate better. Oh, so wait. But I
Yeah,
need
no,
to
you're
wait.
you're fine to leave it where it was. I
Now
can
it's
leave it.
now it's wrong because I didn't okay, it's now it's too much. I'm sorry.
It was 27 meters, correct?
Is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 27 meters, so it's okay, basically
Okay.
15 feet for each. Yeah,
So
it's
let's see, so
90 feet
27
in a straight
meters.
line.
Okay, so if I just to step of the, or if I even just take my dash as my main action, I
Yeah.
can move exactly 90 feet.
Yeah, so you basically start running on the water like Flash in the Incredibles. At one point of that running, you sort of jump and get on board of the other ship, and you were able to see what's going on. There is a very small group of armed soldiers, like less than 10 people that are actually armed right now, and they are fighting fiercely against a bizarre group of pirates. One of them, by the way, is a very tall and imposing axe-wielding minotaur.
Ooh, okay.
And
Okay.
there is a lot of there is a number of other weird characters right now currently occupied in combat. And on the side of the Emerian forces on the ship, there is a bunch of soldiers with swords, and with swords, a couple of spearmen, and they have a one that is visibly the captain, and it's kind of in the middle of the fray, dueling what seems to be the captain of the pirates, which is an agwon, that's sort of iguana-like lizard folk people.
Right.
It looks like a green iguana with a sort of red floppy crest that behaves sort of like hair, dressed like the typical pirates, so leather jacket, hat, I mean. And she wields a very curved saber. She's dueling the captain. And also there is a young man dressed in a long red flowing robe with a staff, which is clearly a spellcaster and is on the side of the Emerians, and is right now trying to fight off a couple of the pirates.
Okay.
So Carnifax
Okay.
is currently running on the water, dashing, I assume, or are you? Do you do something else?
Carnifex will do that, but first he is going to cast haste on himself so that he gets double movement speed, and then use the second action
To dash.
to dash,
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
as well as stack a bonus action to dash so he can get as far onto the ship as possible.
Okay, so you basically Altana just jumped on the ship and from behind there, kind of like just gets on even faster. Okay. Okay, I like that.
Oof.
That is everything that I can do, though. So
Okay.
just one very fast crocodile.
So the guy, the two of you, and Ubo, when it arrives, will also be included. So everyone but Dareth, roll initiative proper.
Alrighty. Just real fast. Can I also use my bonus action to do
Oh,
ancient defense
no.
to take dodge action?
No, at this point, I think not. Not in this turn.
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry, but really not in this turn. Okay. So right now we have all the involved ship on this map. This is the close combat map, sort of. And let me just do this for simplicity's sake. Okay. And layer. Okay, I'm actually just going to take my tokens from here.
Cool.
There's a lot of your tokens are here. I think you can control them right now.
Nope.
Ubo is somewhere. Okay, Altana, you're somewhere around. Oops, wrong guy. Altana is somewhere around here. Carnifax is slightly, probably, yeah, slightly more onward. And here we have, okay, this is the spellcaster in question, with fighting against a couple of Agwons. I'm sorry to not have this ready beforehand, but I was in kind of a difficult situation in preparing this one. Okay, so this here is gonna act as our captain dueling the pirate captain in the meantime. It's here. Relevant people, I need the Minotaur. Let's use this guy. Yeah. Oh, okay. Basically, I'll move whatever I need later. Oh, it's also there is this weird dwarf guy here. Yeah, were you about to ask me something?
No.
Okay. Nice, nice initiatives there. And it's a 6.18, right? What number is that?
That is a 6.18, my man. I'm not proud.
A weird initiative to have indeed. Okay, so it goes. Wait a second. Okay. So we're gonna go with Carnifax first.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So let me zoom in a little.
Do you need me to zoom in or?
I
okay.
got it.
I'm gonna populate a bit more of the.
Alright, so
Not this guy. Okay, yeah, those guys.
I can't move my token.
Oh, you cannot move it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm correcting that. Oh, it should be.
Neither can I.
You can't.
I
Well,
cannot move.
kind of weird because it's supposed to be controlled by character settings. So do you have you know what? I'm trying to make it the simplest I can right now, and let's do it like this. Controlled by. No, I'm gonna say these, and I'm gonna say that it's controlled by all players. So right now you should be able to do it. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Oop. Okay, you should be able to do it right now, and I'm gonna do same things with Ubo and Darret.
There we go.
Whoop. Okay, Ubo should be movable by anyone right now, and the same for Darret. Okay.
You know what? Totally my fault. I forgot I had the ruler selected.
Oh. Okay. Well, so right now it's even easier.
That's
Alright, so this is the Minotaur, right?
This one, the big guy.
Oh, jeez. I thought he was part of the ship.
Yeah, I don't have a very. I'm sorry for the assets I'm using right now.
No worries. I was like, oh, he's like part of the ship, or that's part of the ship. And nope, that
Yeah,
is
apparently
definitely
no. It's a
full
big
man.
ass cow guy. He looks more like a ram than a cow. This particular Minotaur. And he's currently fighting a poor, desperate guy in a corner.
All right. Well, then my first action, since I have two of them currently. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Okay. So my first action. So this friendly.
The guy with haze written besides him is friendly. Yes.
Okay, and then
The
these two green ones are not friendly.
People,
Yes.
no, they are definitely unfriendly Agwons with spears that are chasing after the Hades here, which is the red clad spellcaster with a staff we mentioned earlier.
So with haste, I have enough speed to get here.
Whoa! And you see you see Hayes, which is a human with brown kind of curly hair, like he turns around and goes, "Whoa, where do you come from?" And okay, go.
So first action, I'm going to use my first action to just stab them with my dagger.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, elegant.
Nice.
So nice, simple. Oh, maybe I won't stab them.
Oh yeah, you definitely won't.
Well, then with my second action, I'll turn to the Minotaur and I will cast. Where'd it go? Let's do Magic Missile at second level.
Okay. Yeah, they're just laser gunning the guy.
Yes, so that's an automatic hit, and it is 1d whatever. That should be enough dice.
It's 3d4 for level. No, it's 3d4 plus 1 per extra level, or 2, I'm not sure right now. So let me check actually, because
Okay, yeah, that doesn't look like it cast the appropriate
no,
amount of dice.
it's sort of Okay, so it's 3d4, 3 dart. Each one is a d4 plus 1d4 plus 1, and one more dart for each slot above first. So right now it's 4 darts, and each individual dart does 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. Then, yeah, it looks like I only rolled one of them. How do I roll it? I'm trying to figure out how to roll it so that I roll all 4 of them, or 3 now.
I'm not exactly, yeah, because you cannot split. I mean, you can roll 4d4 and then add 4. If you are doing all on the same target, it's the fastest way. I'm sorry, I need to catch a die.
Yeah,
So I'll just
if Beyond 20 is not doing it correctly and rolling the right amount, you can always use the roll 20 function and then just select.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do
yeah,
that later.
that's what I'll do. So it's slash roll.
Yeah, 4d4 plus 4.
3.
Right.
There we go. I just did the 3 that
Ooh.
already rolled the 1, so.
Okay, so you
Nice.
basically there is this Gatling gun of
16 damage.
shining beams against the miner, which goes. It's definitely hurt by its patches of fur smoking. Then he turns at you, really upset by that. Oh wow. Oh, wow, those guys are gonna get. Okay, so after Carnifax, it's if you're done with your turn, it's Sultana's turn.
Yes, that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Alrighty. Just grabbing this real fast. Okay. This is over here. Can I hang this? This over here is the captain?
No, the pirate captain is over here, apparently dueling with the Amerian captain. These guys are a couple pirates. This one is an elf. Apparently, he wields some sort of rapier, and this here is a dwarf with almond-shaped eye, a very weird haircut, and dressed in purple, and with a lot of bone ornaments dangling from various parts of his
Gross.
attire. And he also wields a saber and a very weird looking knife.
Huh.
Alrighty. I should be able
Go
to get
in.
right up to this guy.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna take my 2 attacks on him with my... I'm gonna use my longsword.
Okay.
First attack.
That hits. That definitely hits.
I'm just gonna roll both attacks and then do
Okay.
damage together.
You basically stormed on the ship and just went. That's what,
And-
oh, wow, that's great as well. Okay, both hit.
Okay,
Wow. You love to see it.
So the damage for the regular.
And also, I think you should.
It rolled a. Oh, it rolled the 2-handed. So the 1-handed damage is only 5.
Okay.
Okay, it's the one-handed damage. Okay, it's 5. You should have your bonus action for martial arts, by the way.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Double check. How are?
Now for that crit.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh,
for...
the crit you just you should be doubling the dice. So
Dice, gotcha.
if it doesn't count crit automatically, just roll one more of the dice of that attack.
Right.
Okay, so one. I don't actually know how to roll in
In roll 20.
Yeah,
It's
So
that's what I.
it's
I
slash
don't know
roll
how to
and then you
hit.
input the dice formula.
also on the map screen, top left, where you
So
see the little
10 and then
arrow, it's on there
plus
too.
plus 3, so that's
Ooh,
13.
nice.
Okay, so total damage for the whole attack.
18.
Wow, great. It's two sword attacks and then maybe I don't know a kick, something else. I'll let you tell me how did you hit the guy?
I'm gonna take like 2 quick sword attacks, just like one regular and then one kind of like a backhanded slash
Okay,
for the critical.
okay.
Um, how does he look after those 2 hits?
Very very injured actually. You just sort of pummel the guy. His left arm is bleeding a lot.
Nice.
Okay. Um, I'll use a key point and do flurry of blows to give myself 2 unarmed strikes.
Ho 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 ho.
So there's 1. There's 2.
Okay, this one missed.
Okay.
Dang.
So the damage for the first one
Okay.
is a 6.
Okay, so what were those two unarmed attacks? Like kicks, punches, some other kind of. You just gave him a headbutt. I don't know.
They were both kind of like quick kicks after that backhand slash, just like
Okay, so basically the
Realize
second
it's
kick, the second kick misses only because the guy is falling flat on his back, and he goes, "Ugh," and he just falls flat on his back, and the rapier wielding elf around him appears quite worried from how things developed. Meanwhile, Ubo is just running towards the ship.
Full dash.
Imagine trying to be the fastest possible, and you're probably going to be on the ship and capable of acting starting next turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be next turn for sure. I'm
In the
gonna just
meantime,
make it there.
the pirate captain has apparently been able to disarm the ship captain and is pushing him back. I mean,
Oof.
the ship captain avoided to be straight up captured and defeated, but he lost his weapon in doing so. And so he's currently he managed to retreat and is currently being pursued by the pirate captain. These two Agwons are attacking the Haze and Carnifex. So one of them goes at the human spellcaster and apparently misses him with a spear attack. Once it misses him once with the spear attack. The second attack seems about to hit him straight in the chest, but the young man makes a move with his staff and casts shield in front of himself, being only
Damn.
slightly pushed back by the attack in a flash of light. And the other Agwon attacks Carnifex. First with his spear. And what's your armor class, Carnifex?
17 since haste is active.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're probably not gonna like this because he rolled a 19 on the dice.
It happens.
Okay, so he gets you with its spear, and he's gonna do. He's gonna 1d6. He's gonna do 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
And
I
then
need to roll.
he plants its feet forward and tries to bash you with the shield. And you make, it's trying to shove you with the shield, so you're gonna make a contested athletics check.
You got this.
We'll see.
So I'm rolling with my physical dice because it just is
Yeah.
kind of fast in here.
As
Okay,
if there
so
was any doubt.
you definitely, basically, he slams you with the shield, and the wooden shield with some leather on it just goes tonk against your scales. And he looks at you and sort of goes, huh, you should have seen that coming.
You're going to have to hit me a lot harder if you want my full attention.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Also, the moment Hayes cast the shield, something kind of weird happened because you sort of seen wind. You felt wind spiral around him. His hair moves and his cape flow with this wind, and he sort of slid 10 feet back without touching the ground. And then he twirls his staff again, says something in... do you know Primordial? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay, he shouts something that you cannot understand, and then there is this blast of wind that pushes this guy all the way past the captain and knocks him prone. And then you see the human spellcaster plant himself and keep his staff pointed against that guy, and he looks at you and goes, "I'm glad you're on our side, by the way. Can you take care of him?" Pointing at the one near to you, the one nearest the two of you.
Of course.
Okay. And so the Minotaur instead, which has noticed that you are the biggest threat around at the moment, sort of turns toward you and balances the big axe in its hands and just chucks it at you. Your armor class was...
17.
Okay, so you just see the axe flying in between you and your opponent, and splashing in the water. Probably a little bit near where Ubo is currently running. By the way, you just saw a flying axe come out of the ship. And
I can't roll Saurian. Axes are flying.
yeah, at this point, the Minotaur sort of bellows in rage, and slams the other guy he had in front of him against the wall of the ship, knocking him over. And then he sort of hits the other guy near him with basically he just downed. Oops. This guy just ploof, just goes overboard. He just downed the two American soldiers near him with this one attack. Okay, lastly for this turn, there's gonna be two opponents. Oh, this one's going probably to be a issue with it as well. There's gonna be two sword-wielding guys attacking Altana. The rapier-wielding elf is missing by a lot. It just basically... Altana basically didn't even try to dodge this one. And the other guy, which I should position here actually, the other guy... Your armor class, Altana?
15.
Oh, I'm sorry, the other guy just made a 16.
Okay.
So you effortlessly dodge the first one and get basically hit by the...
Oh, I'm sorry. My AC is currently 17.
Oh, 17. Okay,
because
no.
Agile parry.
Okay, no,
Sorry,
then you
totally forgot about that.
handily dodge the first one. In the midst of dodging that, you realize that another guy is about to hit you, and just uh, barely stop that with your longsword and regain your footing.
Sweet.
Okay, so right now we are back to Carnifex.
Okay. So,
Darret, unless you, for the moment, you are still, I mean, I assume you are still doing the same you were doing before.
My priority is to put out the fire.
Okay.
Well, hey,
Uh,
real quick, two things. I still don't have control over my token.
oh, what's that?
And shouldn't Ubo have been able to move closer this round
If you
before
were
we get to
dashing,
Carnifex?
yeah, if you were dashing the whole time, you are on the ship at the beginning of this round.
Right.
And it's just your initiative comes a bit later. But you'll start from somewhere around here, I'd say. As for your
Is that
token,
yeah? Because my token is right here.
that's from okay. I just moved it back. Okay, right now it should be controlled by all players. I moved it on the ship right now. Let's try it again.
Okay, now I got it.
Okay, can you move it?
Yeah, now I can move it. Now I have control.
Okay,
Perfect.
that's good. Why don't I? Okay. I have sort of seen. Okay, no. Okay, that's Darret. You're doing a good job putting out the fire, and you're also noticing that both of the daughter of the wave is maneuvering in such a way that it's trying to put its front right in the face of the dragon mouth, and you're not exactly sure why it's doing that. But right now you're focused on putting out the fire, and you're going well enough on that front.
I trust the captain because I told him to do whatever he thinks is the best, and I guess he's doing that.
Also, while you're doing that, you get some 3 meters on your right. There is another bang, and you see parts of the deck exploding in splinters because apparently the guy on the mast managed to shoot once again, and this time it was
Yeesh.
it's still aiming for you. But this time he missed by a sizable amount, and the moments he misses this shot, you see the hippogriff gallop on deck with Rize on riding him, and then the hippogriff jumps and starts flying straight for the enemy mast.
Okay, cool. Then I'll
And
concentrate on putting out the fire, and I won't do a shoot an ice dagger.
okay,
Wait.
you will probably, thanks to your help, you will probably have finished within this round.
Cool.
Because the other guy were focusing on the main body of the fire, managed to at least break it up, and you are just snuffing out the individual small fires like that. So you almost succeeded in solving that problem. Okay, so we were saying Carnifex on the Emerian ship.
let's see. So, question.
Yep.
I currently have 2 actions. One of them can be used for a spell, obviously, and the other can be used for an attack. Would it be feasible to make an attack and then use my second action to drop concentration on haste and give it to someone else?
I need to read Ace for that. Let me give me a sec.
Okay.
You can drop drop concentration doesn't require actions, right? So you can just
Correct.
recap. I think you can just like rules of Sweden is, I see no reason for if dropping, honestly it's more about concentration. If dropping concentration requires no action, you can You can drop it at any point after your first action and then cast it on someone else. I think you can.
Okay.
Oh no, wait.
It'll-
Wait. No, it's the key point. When the spell ends, you can't move or take actions until after its next turn. You're literally lethargic for one turn. So the moment you drop it, you just stop. So no.
Okay. That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, I mean,
I was okay with skipping my next turn, but if it's
passing
going to
haste
affect this
in
one.
that way would be kind of huge.
Okay. Just had to be sure. Alright, so gonna take a stab at this guy over here again.
Okay.
And 17.
Okay, 17 hits.
Okay. And then it's just a dagger, so 4 piercing damage with dagger.
Okay. I mean, you
And-
definitely hit. You graze the guy. He shouts in pain. Doesn't seem particularly hurt by this one.
And I'll just keep stabbing him to keep him focused, and then
Okay.
I'll throw another magic missile at the Minotaur. This
Okay.
time I'll just do, let's do first level. I'll do first level, so that's 3.
It's 3. If
Yeah,
it is
3d4.
single target, just 3d4 plus 3.
3. Nice.
Oh,
Oh, wow,
nice.
two-
Definitely nice, especially since the Minotaur was starting to try and charge in your direction, but apparently it just collapses. Were you aiming to kill or just neutralize?
Definitely kill.
Okay, so
Hell
basically it's
What a turn.
1, 2, and then you blast his face off. And the Minotaur falls back with literally smoke coming out of his head.
When he drops, Carnifex will let out one of those alligator bellows. There's that chest rumbling gurgle that they do.
Okay. At this
yeah.
point, Hades turns at you, kind of worried. Then he basically jumps over the stair to avoid this guy, runs towards the captain, and you can kind of see you see that this Agony here was being kept at a distance by this sort of windshield focused on him. The monster makes a movement with his staff, and the wind aura switches target and starts to repel the pirate captain. And he moves in such a way that it is managing to put to keep the pirate captain away from the Emerian one, and I mean it glances at you to be sure everything it's okay, and then shouts that you need to catch the pirate captain alive as quick as you possibly can, because it's the one way to basically force the others to surrender, probably. And okay, he's has done his thing, and now it's Sultana.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and swing on. Well, does one of these two look worse off to me?
No, they're basically no.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go ahead and swing on the one right in front of me.
Okay.
I've got 2 attacks. Here's the first one. There's the second one.
Nice.
I will hit those.
Okay, those are 2 very good attacks. Okay, roll damage for those one, then maybe you can, or you can just. No, okay, roll down. Okay.
Yeah, it keeps rolling the 2-handed one just for the that side.
Okay, so it's 6, 7.
Oh, it's tried to add him or something. Yeah, it's a 6 and a 7.
Okay, so it's I mean
13.
sizable hits on this guy.
13? 13 damage, dog.
Yeah, it's sizable hit. It's still standing though.
Okay, then I'll blow a key point and do Fury of Blows and
Yeah.
do 2 unarmed attacks.
Seems fair. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Ooh.
Donk. Okay, so yeah, okay, it's neutralized by the
Ooh.
first attack, so you can use the second against the other guy.
Oh, okay, I will do that.
The other was okay,
Yeah,
so you
cleave this
barely hit
dude.
the other
Oh,
guy
a
as well.
6.
Ooh.
Okay, so feel free to tell us how do you
Lovely.
disable the first one, if you want to, I mean specify if you are attempting to kill or not.
I think I'm not gonna go for a kill like right off the bat. So definitely gonna try to knock him out. Like
Okay.
try to sweep his legs out from under him and then just like finish it off with like bringing my leg down to knock him out.
Nice.
Okay, oh, so I'm sorry, I said you should move around here. Okay, so the other guy has been hit, quite the hit on him as well. In fact, let me check. Okay, he seems very, very much injured. And right now we are Ubo.
Okay. From what I can see, is this guy significantly hurt?
Is this guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely. If Altana donks him one more time with the same strength, it's going down. That said, there is apparently another pirate coming up here.
Okay. From the side. I would like to move because I can move up to 6 squares over here. What does that say?
Why don't I see you moving?
Well, I don't know. From where I was
Okay, now I see it.
supposed to be 6 squares.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go there, and I'll pull out my hand crossbow to
Okay.
attack this guy because he's like, is he like currently climbing up the side to get up here?
Yeah, more or less. It's very close to the side.
Right.
Also,
Okay.
I need to check if you are making. I need to check if you're probably making this attack with unless you just sort of go right here. You will be making this attack with disadvantage since you would be in melee range of this guy.
Okay, so if anybody's in my range, no matter who I'm attacking, it would be disadvantage. Okay.
Okay.
I can move 1 square over here then because that
Okay.
would be my 60. Or my 30, I mean.
Okay.
I'll roll an attack on this dude. So.
Okay.
Let me try it again.
Oh, I completely forgot to. I had taken the music, but I completely forgot to play it.
Okay, 22 should hit, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. Crossbow's not that powerful, but 1d6 plus 4. 12. So I hit it for 12. Now that I know I've hit, I'd like to also use a maneuver. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
For a trip attack. So he'll have to make a strength saving throw, DC of 15.
Does strip attack work with ranged attacks?
It when you hit with a weapon attack,
Oh,
you can
okay.
expend one superiority die to add the total to the damage roll. So the way it's worded, it sounds like I can use ranged. Absolutely. It only says weapon
okay.
attack. Not,
Let's just say you're aiming for the leg. I like that. You just opened a whole new word to me. With
so
revealing
he'll have to make the strength DC 15 since he's climbing up the side.
15. Okay, no. No, I'm gonna. I mean, he basically fallen overboard right now.
Perfect. And I have to add damage too, so that's one more D8. I'm just gonna do this in here.
Is the music too loud?
No, I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
it's fine.
I think it's good. It's 1D8. It's just a flat 1D8.
Just
So that would
I
be
so
an extra 5
hindsight-
damage on the way down.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty much out of commission at this moment.
I'd also like to use my bonus action.
Okay.
Because Ubo, the way he wears his whip, it's essentially like a belt that he wraps around himself.
Oh.
So he's going to take his whip out and unravel it, and that kind of pops his rapier out also. And he just, bonus attack action, this guy, since he's within 10 feet.
Okay. Okay, that's a nice intervention from you. You're just destroying the legs of people today. Okay, that hits. Damage.
Okay.
Hein, what were you trying to tell us? Sorry.
What was I trying to say?
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Because we are almost at the end of this session.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 5 whip damage. I'm also going to use maneuver.
Basically, honestly, depending on how this round goes, this encounter is practically over.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we can let this this over, and then it's if you are okay with it, 10-minute tops if you can 15-minute tops if you can afford it. Otherwise, it's gonna be less than 10. Okay.
It should be fine.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Okay, Anthony is the one I was most concerned about since you have to go to work. Okay.
No, yeah, today's fine.
Okay, so how much? Okay, 5 damage. You had taken some from Alta. Okay, so.
And how is he looking right now after I hit him with the whip?
I was about to asking if you were trying to kill or disable.
Gotcha. Does he look like anybody important, or does he look like a scrub?
He looks self-important. let's say that.
He looks self-important.
He
I'm
looks
gonna
like he
not.
thinks he's important.
I'm gonna incapacitate him, just in case, because Ubo's not exactly the wisest. So he's gonna go and wrap his whip around his leg after he shoots his friend clean off the boat, and he's just gonna trip him, and then he knocks his head on the deck, and that's what knocks him out.
I was picturing that exact same scene.
So he
He was like,
immediately shoots his friend
"Well,
off the side, and then whips his leg out from under him.
Yeah, I love this intervention. I love it very much. Okay, at this point, Hayes is keeping. You see him. He is keeping the captain of the pirates occupied, but he's also looking very worriedly to the. He gestures towards the direction where his friend fell overboard and sort of shouts that he needs help.
Could I use a maneuver so that I can have maneuvering attack? That way, if Althana wants to, she can move up using her reaction up to half her
You
movement.
would need to have a target remaining probably, unless you as
Well,
part
from the
of
last-
the whip attack.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, from the whip attack.
Okay, no, I'd say so. So you knock him out, and you basically hear Hayes shouting, quickly judge the situation, and basically tell Altana that you'll take care of this guy. You whip him on the floor so she can rush and go save the other fallen sailor.
Yeah, she's a little bit closer.
Okay. So how much can she move after
That
your maneuvering
will
attack?
some help.
It's up to half her speed using her
Okay.
reaction.
So it's definitely
I think what,
possible.
20?
Altana, do you have a rope on yourself?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Okay, because if you have and you want to go ahead and save the sailor, then your next turn you will be able to give him the rope and start.
Yeah. I definitely have a rope on me, so I'll
Okay.
do that. I'll take the movement, which should put me like right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll
Okay,
do
so
that.
at this point, before we end we are at the final steps on the ship. Let's go back to Direct for a second, because a lot of stuff is about to. I mean, you see the two ships have started trying to position themselves, and on your side, a couple of people are shooting. Are trying to shoot the other surviving ballista at the dragon mouth, and Rize is flying, has flown with the hippogriff up to the mast where the gunner is. But in that moment, a creature that looks like a basically looks like a jaguar with a snake's head, sort of very fastly climbs up the mast and jumps at the hippogriff, trying to attack it in midair. So the gunner is being protected by this weird snake-headed feline,
Huh, okay.
which
Okay.
seems kind of fast, kind of agile. It seems it could be quite the threat for our poor hippogriff, and the gunner is hiding there, probably recharging. So if Darrett wants to do the fire is almost put out. It's basically, it will be out by the end of this round, no matter what.
Huh,
I think
okay.
so. The gunner is.
Gunner is not visible right
cover,
now,
or
because
not
right
visible?
after he
Okay.
shoots, he goes back behind the cover.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to throw an ice dagger at him anyway. So I'm aiming the ice dagger at the mast above the.
Oh, because it explodes. That's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're aiming just above him. Okay, that's nice. He's gonna see an ice grenade. Okay.
So he has to make a dex saving throw
Okay.
of 14.
Okay, so you basically blow off the tip of saving throw 14. Wow. Does he negate if he? Yeah, apparently he does.
Yep.
I'm afraid he negated. I rolled 20 on the dice.
Well,
On the die.
I guess he got the message.
Yeah. You cannot see him, but he's probably staying flat there for the moment. Okay, so back to Carnifax. You are engaged with that Agwon folk, and you are. Oh, also sorry. The two lizard people have not acted. One goes and try to attack Hayes, and doesn't manage to hit the wizard. And this other guy with the shield keeps attacking you. He fails miserably with the spear, contested the strength check because he tries to shield bash you again.
Okay, so athletics.
So he rolled a
Oh,
15. Oh, wow. You just kicked his shield out the way. Or tail whipped it out of the way. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I like buff wizards. Okay, so it's Carnifax's turn, definitely.
I cast Fist.
Okay,
Yes.
Carnifax's turn. Remember that Hayes told you to try and catch the captain alive.
Right.
Okay, and which one was the captain? Was it this one?
This one that is currently being sort of almost held in place by by the weird wind barrier of before.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And
How
she's currently
bad-
trying to go and attack the American captain. Also, you can determine now that you are a bit of a better view on that captain, that you recognize that the features better. It's it is an Aguan woman, so it is a she.
Okay. And how bad off is the dude next to me?
He looks like he can hold his own a bit more, but one solid hit should take him out of commission.
Okay. So then, first thing I'm going to do, I will stab the one next to me because I ain't trying to be followed.
Okay.
So let's roll an attack. Yeah, I'm sure that doesn't hit.
Yeah, definitely doesn't.
Okay, and then where's that cantrip? There it is. Okay, then I will also use my cantrip Booming Blade.
Okay.
So I will make an attack roll against him. So let's try that again.
No, I'm sorry.
I would assume that doesn't hit. Okay. So then nothing happens with the Booming Blade, unfortunately.